I am John Camp. I am with Knox Pride and the East Tennessee Equality Council. Well, that's our government name. We do business as Knoxville Pride, or Knox Pride. Pride started in 1992, and it was incorporated into a 501c in 2006. I helped open the Pride Center in 2021. We're down from South Press. We're about a quarter of a mile down the street, so they're on the right and we're on the left. We originally were supposed to be next to South Press, but with some landlord issues, they moved us to these spaces. So we have two spaces here, right down the street. I think that was formed mainly just because of representation and having togetherness and community. It's grown much more into that as being a hub of resources for the greater Knoxville area. I saw a lack of diversity, and it felt more like a party at the time in 2018 when I started. And these days we look more past the party and at the other 364 days a year. So the reason I stay involved is the community's need is great. We clothe a lot of people, we feed a lot of people, we help people find jobs. And we still have a good time. We still have parties and fundraising events, community events, but we're doing actual work to enrich our community. Here at the center, we have over 30 events a month. So we have support groups, classes, life skill classes that go anywhere from how to self-care, to write a resume, to interviewing skills, learning how to cook. We offer our Thriftique, which we're in right now, which is a thrift store. The goal with that was to remove the stigma of a clothing closet. So whether you can afford to pay for clothes or not, you can come in and shop, take what you need, leave, no questions asked. We also provide our food pantry here at the center. We have an outdoor refrigerator as well. That's 24-hour access to fresh produce. And then we have a satellite pantry here at South Press that's open Monday through Saturday. People that are in need, have less need, they can come to us. We can help them, again, with the clothing, with food. If we don't have a resource here at the center, we build relationships with community partners that do have resources, so we're able to connect them together to find a need that they're having. We work with CAC and the Youth Wins program. We do their Christmas party every year where we do like an angel tree for all the kids involved, and the community comes together and buys presents for them. We provide monthly dinners at their YAB meetings, which is the Youth Action Board. And then we help them, once they find housing, we help them get furniture, we supply them food for their kitchen, we help them find jobs and work on life skill classes as well. We work with the kids at Bryant's Bridge also. South Press Coffee is a huge community partner. We do a lot of our events together for sober events. So those are kind of our main hub of partners. In the last 2 years, we went from having a small pantry of food to a walk-in pantry and 3 satellite pantries. And then we had a small area behind a curtain with boxes of clothes that we pull out and dig through to a 1,000-foot square retail square space. Having the center open 6 days a week, people have more access not only to resources and services, but to community. So we have our monthly vendor market, which is happening this Sunday. It's the first Sunday of each month. We have 1,000 people that come to that. We have our weekly karaoke nights at South Press. We do our amateur drag nights. Anywhere from our craft nights to life skill classes. Just builds community, gives folks a place to come and feel safe, be with other like-minded people. So instead of just that one day a year, you're getting that community feel every day of the year, and our community comes together and supports each other and lifts each other up. Yeah, we're always looking to reach more people. We feel like we have a large following, but we always find people every day. They're like, oh, I didn't know you had a center. I didn't know you did this work. Or I need this and I didn't know you offered this. We hope to grow in the next 5 years to have our own building. We have 2,000 square feet right now. We hope to have about 30,000 square feet where we can offer a youth housing facility. We would like to have a community gym, a community pool, so that folks in our community feel safe and affirmed to wear what they want and be who they are openly, and do the kind of quote-unquote typical things that people don't get to always do in our community. So the goal is to have a large campus. We want to have queer-owned retail space as well, where community members can work together. We want to expand our community garden. We have a very small one here now. We'd like to expand that into a real community garden greenhouse. And again, provide food, but also provide on-the-job training for people to have skills to go out in the world and expand their horizons. We got a lot about a gym, a yoga studio, and a pool that is a safe space for everyone to be at. We have 2 full-time staff, myself and Story. Story is our assistant director of the center. She also is over our trans and non-binary services. And then we have about 10 to 15 super volunteers that are here after work, on weekends, all of our events. And then we have a couple hundred volunteers who help out throughout the rest of the year, whether it's sorting through clothes, filling blessing boxes around town with canned food, or working at Pride Fest itself. But it's a very small, tight-knit group that work here tirelessly to make this work. It's a little bit of everything. Story it has a wealth of resources. She's a trans person, she's a drag performer, but she has the ability to connect trans and non-binary people with safe spaces, with healthcare, with mental health care, clothing resources, and just she has every other Saturday does a trans support group where folks can just come and be who they are and feel support from like-minded people. So that's probably a huge part of the center is creating that safe space and creating an area where people can be who they are and get the needs that they have met. I think a lot of times people think we have a lot of money or we have a huge staff. And Story and I really do the brunt of the work, and we just recently started to be able to pay Story a living wage salary. I am still unpaid a year into working here full time. So I think that people don't realize what it takes to run a center like this, offering the services we offer. And what we get a lot is folks coming in from the community or other businesses or organizations or city partners that are like, oh, you guys are filling gaps that we didn't realize need to be filled. We're doing a lot on a very small budget and with a very, very small dedicated staff. So I think that that's probably the biggest misconception. Not only is the Pride Center a lot of work to make sure it runs every day, it's also Pride Fest is a huge endeavor. We're the largest free pride in the South, and that's not a small feat to accomplish. And there are maybe 40 people that make that weekend happen. It's for 75,000 people, it's a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of dedication. This is the first weekend of October. We moved it last year, partly because of the weather. October is National Coming Out Month. Students were not in school in June, and we got a huge outpouring of students who couldn't be their authentic selves where they lived. But also it's the anniversary weekend of the Pride Center, so we felt like that was important to merge those two together. I feel most things here are rewarding. There are days where you feel run down or overwhelmed or unappreciated, but I think that anyone that comes in and gets the clothing they need, or we find a resource that they've been searching for they didn't know they had, or just having the bare minimum of food. I love our markets because we have queer and minority-owned businesses who are thriving here and selling out and making a good living, but then also the community is coming and embracing it. So anytime we do something and people come and enjoy it, that's rewarding for me. Moving into June, we're making a big push about donations. People can donate at knoxpride.com/donate. They can do a monthly recurring donation or one time. It takes quite a bit of money to make this work, and that's just something that we always need help with. And then the other thing is knoxpride.com has a calendar of events for each month of the year, so people can keep up. It's a lot of information to see on Facebook or Instagram. So if people follow the calendar, they have a better idea of what's going on, because this month, for the month of June, I think we have 38 events alone. And this weekend, I think we have 4 events. So people can check those 2 areas out to really stay connected to what we're doing. We have a volunteer form on our Facebook page and on our website, or they can reach out to info@knoxpride.com. So that's whether they want to volunteer, work on projects or events, or if they need services and help. The info at Knox Pride goes to me and Story, and then we will send it out to whoever needs to help someone with that.